Guten Tag, mes amis, wie geht's? Moi, Dieter. Ich bin Dieter. So let's have some ice water. Yeah. Hope you're doing well. Now, some of my loyal subscribers who have seen a lot of my videos may think I'm repeating myself sometimes. But I realized the other day, at one point I was going to stop making videos because I was running out of ideas. But then I had a few of my loyal viewers say that they enjoyed this stuff. So that's kind of why I did the morning coffee thing. And I appreciate my loyal viewers, like especially Gunny in Michigan, and Blair in Calgary, and Gary down in Missouri, and Alex in Pennsylvania. Because I feel I've got a connection with those guys in particular, and some other guys. I don't know his first name, but he's a recent subscriber from who's originally from Arkansas, I think. Does he still live in Arkansas? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, and I appreciate your feedback. I do. And part of the reason why I may be repeating myself, but I'm getting more comfortable doing these because I've done so many. But a lot of my titles are kind of weird, and so for newer viewers, they probably don't have the patience to scroll through 1,000+ videos to find some stuff. But I keep them up. It's kind of like an ongoing journal, right? So one of the things I was gonna talk about, because this struck me the other day. This is probably one of my favorite guitars. I love it. It's such a nice guitar. It really is. My Yamaha Handmade Classical that I got like 25 years ago. But I was gonna say to those of you who think, like, because this is a question we ask ourselves, like, how many guitars is too many? And I was thinking the other day, because I went to my storage locker to find one of my microphones that I put away. And I found it. And then I came across a guitar. I actually forgot I had this guitar. Because I've had it put away in storage for over 6 months. But my father passed away about, I think, 4 years ago now, almost to the day. And when I went to Regina, I didn't want to take I was going for a funeral, so I didn't feel like taking a guitar and all that crap. So when I got there, my mom wanted me to play some stuff at the funeral. So I rented a nice classical from Long and McQuaid, and I liked it so much, I figured, yeah, I like this. I don't have one like it, so I bought it. But what I was getting at is, because I've had these guitars now long enough, and I'm past the point where, I never really wanted to make a living at playing guitar. It's just something that I enjoyed and found difficult, right? So how many guitars is too many? Because I'm thinking, hey, if I even forget that I have this thing, like, should I get rid of it? But every time I pick one up, and I play it, I go, no, that's why I got it. And they're all different. And I think I've said before that I have 30 now. I think in a perfect world I'd have 33, just because I like 3, 6s, and 9s. So this is how many guitars you should have: 1, 3, 6, 9. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Right after 24, we had 3, 27, 30, 33, and just keep adding threes, And when you get to 69, that's probably too many. But if I was wealthier and had a big place, I would have a dedicated studio, and I would have all 30 guitars on the wall, and I'd have a dust-free place and properly humidified, and I probably pick a different one every day, and then in a month I'd go through them all. But I can tell you, in all honesty, I would be happy with just 3 or 6. But I'm not going to get rid of any because, first of all, they're all good enough. Even because I'm trying new things and harder things, and I think my playing is getting better in some ways. The guitars I have are good enough that, yes, I can hear the difference between a $7,000 Boucher and a $20,000 Pellegrin. Actually, there's no difference in my opinion. So for me to go out and buy a $30,000 guitar is pointless. Even if I had the money, I seriously think even if I had the money, I wouldn't do that. I might buy a Michel Pellegrin just because they're really nice and it's kind of an exclusive thing. But that would just be because I have money. That's the only reason. But I could happily, even right now, if disaster struck. See, I would never sell a guitar for money because if you're selling it to pay the rent or something, you got more serious problems than having guitars that are already bought and paid for. Because if I let's say if I felt I had to sell this, what would I get for it? $1,500. To me, it's worth more than that. And then a month later, that $1,500 is gone, and you don't have that $1,500, and you don't have the guitar anymore. So that's how I think. So what I think the answer to anyone who might be seeing this and might be questioning, well, how many guitars is enough? One is enough. One good one is enough if you play a certain style. And I've said this many times. I believe if you could only have one, the best one to have is a classical because you can play anything on it. So that being said, I don't see the point in having, why would I have a dozen Les Pauls just in different colors? I don't know, stuff like that to me doesn't make sense. So I think if you're getting into that area, then I think you might have some mental things going on. Now, if you have the money and you want to do it, hey, fine, I don't care. But I always think it's funny because there's no substitute for what I call intelligent practice at whatever level you're at. And I don't get discouraged when I run into people that play much better than me. That stimulates me, to be honest. So I don't care if I can never play at a level that these guitarists that I admire can play at. I'm having fun. And that's what I try to relate in my videos. That's part of the Dieter thing. And I don't smoke and I don't really drink that much either. So that's just all shtick. And I think most of you have seen more than a dozen of my videos get that. So here's my favorite captive audience. See, you whittle things out because, after going through, I just Google, pictures of pretty girls playing guitar. And this is my favorite because she's got a classical guitar. She has freckles, which I like. She has a cowboy hat, which I like. And it's kind of looks like a Western setting. And she's actually playing an A minor chord. So that's my go-to wallpaper now for my guitar videos. And yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to cover. And I think I made some videos before where I just say, you might even have a good guitar that just it has been neglected. So instead of going out and buying another one, you might be better off just spending a couple $100 and getting that one playable. And really just take a handful of songs that you really, really like and pick some that are easy and some that are medium difficulty and some that are difficult. And don't shy away from the difficult ones because if you're like me, my biggest problem is I don't practice enough. I think I have enough ability and understanding that if I practice more, I know when I practice more, I get better. Okay? So I think that's true of everything. But how you what I've realized, what took me the longest time to realize was, okay, if you've got a good guitar and it's set up properly, then what you really need to do is practice. But practice, I call it intelligently. So practice the right way, because you can practice 3 hours reinforcing bad habits, which will not improve. You might even make you worse, actually. Or you can practice intelligently, which initially you may find difficult, but will make you a much better player. So I'm at the stage, that's the stage I'm at right now. And I see these, so I'm posting videos now where I see these improvements. So I think some of us that are older, like, don't use that as an excuse unless you have like really bad rheumatoid arthritis or something. That is debilitating. But even then, I suggest that, you, on the days you feel good and can do it, play. So, yeah. So that's what's that about. So now I'm just at the stage where, I'm going through the gear I have. If I get new gear, I'll post a video, but probably most of my videos now will be more with actual songs that don't come after me for copyright things. I really wish Don Henley would lighten up, because I do know a lot of Eagles songs quite well, actually, and people that know me know when I go out to play these jams, like, half the stuff I do is Eagles stuff, and I don't do any Eagles stuff on these things because I can't. But that is what it is. So anyway, if some of you are wondering why I don't do more videos of a more polished nature, that's why. And plus, I believe you don't learn anything from that, because you can look at the actual artists and they do a much better job than I would. So what I try and share, and I think some of you are getting it, is just, it's the process. And the process is what's enjoyable, really. I mean, I can play songs I know really well, like some of these Eagles songs. I can play blindfold and in my sleep. So I don't think you learn anything from that, except if you like the Eagles fans. If you like the Eagles, you might like the way I do. Like, I do, I think, a real nice version of, what's that song now? Desperado, which is a piano piece. But I do it on a classical guitar, and I like the way I do it. But I can't show you that. So that's what's going on there. But I think I just see a lot of videos and these guitar things, because I'm not trying to make a living at this, and I get tired of them, because some of these people, they got X amount of talent, but they whine about they're not making a living doing this. Well, no one said it would be easy, but if you really want to make a living as a guitarist, maybe you should get off YouTube and start gigging as much as you can, because that's how they did it in the old days, and that's how you're going to get that's how you're going to make a living at it, I think. Anyway, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And of course, when you're really having trouble, pull up your favorite captive audience, pick your guitar, have a shot, and put on your sunglasses. And man, I'm telling you, nothing makes you a better player quicker than sunglasses, long hair, and a hat. Always have one close by. You see the transformation, right? Now, instantly, I look like a serious musician, don't you think? Be the saying, happy plucking.